Yeah, greetings YouTubers, it's the big fella, Big Jim, in the London Taxi International 2003 with 286,000 miles on the clock and counting. A very, very good evening to you. Hey, this is groundbreaking technology we got here. If this doesn't send you to sleep, gang, nothing will. A very, very good evening to you. The time is about 20 past 10 on a Monday evening. I'm just coming back from a friend's, and I'm on the A24 at the moment, and I thought I'd just show you a bit of night vision on the TX. Not the best of viewing, I must admit, but as you know, you've been down this road, it's totally unlit. I thought I'd do a quick buzz up here. The TX, do you remember I was telling you about the light on the TX was coming on, the heater light? Well, touch Formica, since then it's been absolutely fine, no problems with it whatsoever. But what's going to happen now? It happened sort of yesterday a couple of times, and it's happened today. The bloody front door central locking decided to pack up on me and basically went into deadlock mode, and I had to access the vehicle from the front near side passenger and lean across and flick the door mechanically from inside. So I ain't got a clue what that is at the moment. I must admit the lock does feel a little bit inside like an old bag of spanners, so I'll get some chance I'm going to actually have to take that door lock off and let's really have a little look at it and see where we go from there. I got a feeling that last thing with the heaters might have been Tesco fuel. Now, up until then, I always fill up at Mobil, and I've never had no problem with it. And I always have, wherever I can get Mobil or Shell, I go on their fuel. And I was a little bit short of sort of fuel, so I pulled in on Tesco's and filled up to the brim with Tesco's fuel. So there is a possibility that, I don't know, probably not, perhaps I'm just thinking, there is a possibility that it could be that, I really don't know. But I thought I'd show you a little bit about the TX at night. It's really difficult because you can't really see that much, but if I put this on full beam, now that doesn't mean anything to you, obviously, because it's looking inside the windscreen, but the lighting capability of this TX, because remember I've got front fogs as well if I want them, it really does shine up across the road. Now, looking at the camera quickly there, it looks like you're not seeing what I'm seeing, fortunately, because if I was seeing just what you were seeing, there's no way I'd be going at these speeds. And I say at these speeds, this little one is just absolutely purring, she is. I'm actually doing about 63 miles an hour at the moment, just touching the throttle, and she's just literally just purring down. What I'll do is, because someone has asked, what's she like at speed? Well, you've got 110 on the clock, and I'm not going to do that, obviously. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to touch the throttle there, you probably heard it, and I've now just took her up. Remember, I've done the steering box on this as well, and it's dead straight. Right, I'm now just touching 70 miles an hour now, and she's just holding the road. She's not straining, she's doing everything she should at 70. She's not uncomfortable either. There's a little bit of crosswind out at the moment that's sort of trying to buffer, but she's so bloody heavy, fingers in ears, Poppy, you don't want to listen to this, that it don't worry her at all. Yeah, you see, you can't see that light that I can see. It really is a good light, but we're doing we're now on a 70 mile an hour stretch road, and I'm actually attaining 70 miles an hour as well. I don't normally sort of do this at this speed, but I thought I'd try and, if there is any remnants of that old fuel, because I have refilled up since, just sort of blow it out. But she literally is purring down here. Temperature gauge, as always, 1 notch, just under 1 notch under normal. Yeah, she just, that is at 68 now. Let's get her back up to 70. And you can see now on the screen, you'd know if there was any undue vibration. Alright, all the wheels are now perfectly balanced now and tracked, and they are wearing, the tyres are wearing very evenly. But there you go, I'm just about coming up to 70 now, and she's just cruising down here. Absolutely no problem at all. And you know what, it won't have any change on my fuel consumption. I've tried this. If I drive her harder, or I drive her normally, very softly, it's exactly the same. And I was seeing on one of the blogs, all the taxi drivers used to say the same thing. With this 2.4 Duratorq Transit Ford engine in here, we're just coming down to a lighted area now, they all used to say the same thing about this engine. On the TX2 series and above, forget it for fuel economy. All the cab drivers were really disappointed with the Duratorq engine, because it was turbocharged, obviously, and the fuel economy on it was pants. Hence why you've done 3 versions of these. You've done the bronze, the silver and the gold, and it was exactly the same vehicle, but it was just all down to trimming and what they put on them. This one's the silver, so it actually had driver's air conditioning installed on here. It's a massive lump on the top of the engine. It must weigh about 30 pounds. And when I got it, it was disconnected. And reading on the forums, the reason why they disconnect them is because fuel economy on these in London went down so dramatically that people wouldn't use them. And so what they done was, they got the conversion kit in that basically shortened the belt, and then they just left the unit sitting on top without the belt going round the compressor, and there it sat, not working. Basically pulled the fuse on it, because the fuel economy was so poor on these, it made it even worse. I have heard some stories of people with the air conditioning running round into London, and they were getting as little as between 18 and 20 miles per gallon. Whether or not their engines needed tuning, or their pump timing had advanced or retarded, I don't know. But I'm getting 34 on this, and you know, I'm not going to write to the Queen about it, because 34 miles to the gallon is, well, it's unheard of for me on a diesel. But these are big engines on here, you know. They're a big old heavy engine in a big old heavy vehicle. Something's got to give, and what does give is the fuel economy. And I've actually said that. You know, you don't buy one of these if you want to do it as a daily commute and you're out to save yourself a bit of money. You've got to get yourself a second car, or really have a rethink about what you really want out of one of these. I mean, at the moment, I'm using this as my daily commute. Wherever I go now, because it's the only vehicle I've got at the moment. Although, as I said to you, I'm going to be taking my daughter's Mini Countryman off of her very, very shortly, because primarily, and it's, you know, it's not the driving force for me, I don't, fuel wise, that's not my real sort of beef, but if I can get it a bit cheaper by using the Countryman with only £25 worth of road tax, I'll use that, and then just use Poppy and for little trips away when I want to take her out. So I've owned her now for a good while now, and I would say as a daily commuter, no. If you're sort of doing 20, 25, 30 miles to your, switching the overdrive out there because we're climbing a hill, if you're doing 20 to 25 miles a day, 30 miles a day, not for commuting purposes. You buy one of these for fun and to play around, and there's always something to do on here, like the door lock. I'm going to have another look at that, or I'll have to have a look at that and see where we're going on that. And definitely not as a commute, but don't let that put you off. They're good fun. They make me smile, as I said, every single day. And there's always work to do. Hence tomorrow I'll be out here having a look at that bloody lock and find out what's happening. As you can see, this is quite a windy stretch where I'm going now, and you can hear her pulling. She's not changing down. She just pulls the hills really, really well. She's unfazed by the hills. Nice long stretch here as we go around this corner. It's downhill all the way now, and what I'll do is I'll take the overdrive and flick it 3, 2, 1, and then you heard her click in there. Now we're in top now, and she's purring downhill. I think they're a good engine. They're a brilliant engine, but I can't see the developers why they chose this engine when the Nissan 2.7. Any of you that have owned a TX1, please, or the earlier versions with the Nissan 2.7 in there, please leave a comment down below, because I've never driven one of those, and I'd like to know what the fuel economy was on them, because on the TX1 you're looking at exactly the same vehicle, same weight, and I just wonder what you would get into the gallon on your 2.7 Nissan engine. The gearboxes are the same, I believe. It's just the engines on here. I don't know why they moved from the... Well, I did read again that... So the manufacturer, LTI, said they moved away from the Nissan engine because they said that taxi drivers were complaining that the Nissan 2.7 was grossly underpowered around London. Well, power is not the thing that you need on an inner city. You need reliability, you need good fuel consumption, and everyone that I spoke to have said that the Nissan engine was the most robust engine they'd ever known. They literally went on and on and on and on and on forever. But I've never heard anyone say that the 2.7 was underpowered driving through London. So what they done was they took the 2.4, got a 2.4 engine in here, as I said, the Duratorque, turbocharged it up, and it gave you a bit more throttle down. Well, any of you that have driven through London or know London very well, there ain't no room for you to throttle up and throttle down in London. It's stop-start. I think the average speed in London now is something like about 9 miles an hour now. So you ain't going fast anywhere in London. So I don't know. Perhaps they had a bucket load of Ford engines, or they knew someone and it was jobs for the boys to get the Duratorques in here. And I have said it in the previous blog that people, cab drivers who bought these outright, the first thing they'd done when they bought them was they got the 2.4 engine taken out, flogged it brand new, and got an older 2.7 Nissan engine and dropped it straight in here as the TX1s were. So, you know, these guys obviously know what's best for them. So if anyone's had one of those or has been a cab driver or anything like that and sort of can help me along with this, I'd be really interested, because I sort of think to myself, well, a cab driver knows. A cab driver's the man. He knows exactly what's best for him and his pocket. And the idea is to keep these babies running as much as you can. You don't want to let them foul. So why did they move over? I really don't know. I don't know. It's just something we'll never get to know about. I'll cut this one off now, guys. It was only a short one. I mean, it's probably the most boringest one I've actually done. TX2 by night, but I tell you one thing, that's got to be a first. That's got to be a first for the blog, guys. Got to be a first. All right, I'll let you go on this one, and on a better day, when the weather's nice, we'll get some more pictures out, and we'll see where we go, and I'll let you know what's happening with regards to the door lock on this one, and see if I can come up to any answer. Because it was just seized up solid. It really was. I only need a spray of the old graphite grease in there on the end of a long tube. Who knows? We'll get to the bottom of it like everything on the old girl. Okay, guys, from Big Jim in the London Taxi International, making his way home with 280,000 plus miles on the clock. I'll bid you a very good evening and sleep tight. Wherever you are in the world, please keep safe, and I will catch up with you on the next vlog. Thanks a lot, everyone. Ciao, ciao. Cheers. Bye.